We begin in Ukraine, where Russia unleashed its deadliest airstrikes in months overnight.
In all, the strikes killed at least 23 people, including 3 children. Ukrainian forces say they shot down 2 drones and 21 out of 23 missiles. The bulk of casualties are near Kyiv, where a missile hit an apartment building and killed more than a dozen people.
CBS News senior foreign correspondent Charlie D'Agata joins us now from Dnipro, Ukraine. Charlie, you're in one of the cities that was hit overnight. Tell us, what have you been seeing?
Well, we actually went out to the site where one of the missiles struck. Dnipro is a large city. One of our team, Aaron Lyle, actually heard the explosion last night about 4:30 in the morning or this morning. So we went out to this, kind of the outskirts of Dnipro. It was a dirt road. We found this home, this small house that had been hit. Now inside was a 31-year-old mom and her 2-year-old daughter who were killed in that strike. So you could see the damage that had happened in one of the houses just before it, and then the impact of that house there. And ironically, they were staying here in Dnipro. As I said, it's a big city. They were on an 8th floor apartment of a 9-floor building, and they thought that was just too risky. So they decided to go out to the outskirts of Dnipro because they felt it was going to be safer there, and they lost their lives overnight.
It's senseless, as we have continued to say over and over, when you look at the targets here of Russian forces. How does this attack, Charlie, affect that potential counteroffensive that Ukraine had reportedly been planning?
Oh, in 3 words, not at all. Because first of all, the Ukrainians are used to these kind of attacks that are largely focused on the infrastructure, but they are nationwide. They haven't slowed down the war effort at all, and they don't. It doesn't cut into morale for the Ukrainian people. If anything, it fires them up. Now, we have something to report about that much anticipated counteroffensive. The defense minister today said that everything's in place. They're waiting for, in his words, they're waiting for the gods, they're waiting for good weather, and they're waiting for the commanders to give the go. Now, where it's going to happen, we don't know. When it's going to happen, we don't know, even though we've asked those questions, obviously. There are hundreds of miles in that front line, and the Ukrainians have been very clever in the past in hiding that sort of information. And obviously, they don't want to give the Russians a heads up on where that might happen, but we do believe it's going to happen soon. In terms of these bombardments, and we just had another warning just about an hour ago that Russian aircraft were up in the air, the same kind of aircraft that were part of these strikes. We had something like 24 attempted strikes anyway last night. They are in the air. Everybody's on alert. These types of missile barrages can be expected in the lead up to this counteroffensive.
Probably have touched a little bit on how Ukraine might respond. The Associated Press has reported that Russia claims these attacks overnight were focused on military targets. Has Ukraine responded to that claim at all?
Well, as far as the Ukrainian military and the Ukrainian government is concerned, that is no justification at all. Military targets within Ukraine, the infrastructure within Ukraine. But as you've seen and as we've reported, especially that horrible attack in Uman, which is a city really out in the middle of nowhere, south of Kyiv, nowhere near any sort of military target or infrastructure, that hit an apartment block. 16, 18 people were killed in that attack. A number of children were killed in that attack. The fact is, if you're going to be sending as many as 24 cruise missiles into a heavily populated country, heavily populated city centers like they have here in Ukraine, there will be what we used to call collateral damage. And that is when you have civilians, largely civilians, who are getting killed, because it's an inevitable fact of life in a conflict such as this, that the number of armaments that are coming in, the cruise missiles, the airstrikes, what have you, are falling into and striking urban areas. Now, some of them may have been intercepted by Ukrainian air defenses, some of them successfully, certainly around Kyiv. That's the first time we've seen an attack, at least an attempted missile attack in Kyiv. For more than a month, and almost all of them were intercepted, as we understand it. But this is what happens. They go off course. They're notoriously unreliable. These are guided munitions, and they hit residential areas, and civilians pay the price.
Charlie D'Agata, our thanks as always to you and your team. Stay safe.